At 4 years old, I walked into a jungle alone, a Swiss Army knife clutched in my tiny hand. I wasn't afraid. I believed I could conquer any jungle in the world. At 5, I picked up a power drill and built my own toy. No instructions, no help. Just me and my imagination. I believed I could make anything in the world. At 6, I ran a business with a friend. Just one afternoon. Enough money to buy her a good farewell meal. I believed I could make money anytime. At 7, I stood on a street for a climate strike. A child facing a world that didn't seem to listen. But I believed I could save the world. At 10, I walked into a publishing house that had never published books written by children before. I pitched my book as if it was the next great thing. I made them believe children's voices deserve to be heard. And they listened. My book was published. I became youngest book author in Malaysia. My name appeared in newspapers, magazines, from SCMP Hong Kong to Forbes Japan. I believed I could change the world. Then, I grew up. And suddenly, impossible was everywhere. I remember the exact moment it hit me. At 11, I wanted to dance. My teacher told me there wasn't enough time to practice. And I believed her. So I stood in the audience watching my friends dance on stage. And for the first time, I felt small. Sometime before that, my friend was being bullied. I comforted her quietly when no one was looking. Observing the pattern, I made myself invisible, so I wouldn't be next. Beneath my indifferent face, I felt like a coward. Last month, I was invited to TEDxDWI EMAS. My heart sang with joy. It's my dream. But I was too afraid to say yes. I became aware of the limits people placed on me, on everyone. I cared too much about fitting in. As a child, I never asked, what if I fail? I asked, what if I fly? But now, the world whispers, stay safe, don't risk it. And I stopped flying. Today, I'm 12. The world has taught me something new. Impossible. I looked around, and most of you seem fine living with the impossible. That terrified me. Is this what growing up means? Accepting limits? Ever since I was a child, I dreamed of becoming an adult. Mighty, unstoppable. But now, I'm not so sure. Because if growing up means accepting limits, do I even want to grow up? What about you? What dreams have you buried because someone said they were impossible? Here's my deepest confession. Despite the records, the achievements, the awards, I lost something greater. That fearless child you once knew me as, she faded bit by bit, until one day I looked at myself and couldn't remember how she looked. I searched for help. People told me, be brave, believe in yourself. I know, but how? My will is strong, but my mind is doubtful. Then, TEDx gave me an idea. What if the key to courage isn't something we find within ourselves, but something we build outside ourselves? What if belief isn't about waiting to feel brave, but creating conditions where we have no choice but to be? Think about it. If you set a goal in secret, you can abandon it anytime. But if you make it big, make it bold, make it impossible to take back, then suddenly you have no escape. It's no longer about feeling ready, it's about being forced to rise. So here's what I did. Doubt and fear were swallowing my younger self. At first, I kept it hidden. Fake it till you make it, right? But then, this TEDx led me to investigate how I lost her. And I realized if I kept hiding it, I would lose her forever. So, I made sure the world knew. Then, there was no turning back. Here I am. And I'm going to take this further. What if, instead of waiting to feel brave, you made a bold commitment you couldn't walk away from? What if you told your dream to someone who wouldn't let you forget? Because maybe courage doesn't come first. Commitment does. And commitment creates courage. So today, I want all of you to be my witnesses. I, Karen Chiu, choose to believe again. I choose to believe anything is possible if I commit to it. I choose to silence doubt, to hold on to the courage of my younger self, to chase dreams, and to change the world. As a child, I believed I could do anything. Then, I grew up. And for a moment, I almost let the world take that belief away. But today, I take it back. And while you're helping me restore my belief, here's what I leave you with today. Every time you have doubt, remember me. Remember, once upon a time, a little 12-year-old girl stood on the TEDx stage and chose to believe. Thank you.